Okay, so if you've watched the first series of lessons, you'll now have a basic understanding of what boxing is. You'll understand the stance, whether you're orthodox or southpaw, but what about the rest of your body? What's the rest of your body need to be doing in order for you to be a successful boxer? Well, let's first get into our stance. So I'm orthodox stance, my right foot is back, my left foot is forward. I'm going to take my hands and put them out, and I'm going to bring my elbows and tuck them into my stomach like this. They're almost going to like sit on my stomach, but my arms are going to be really relaxed. The more relaxed we can get our arms, the less tension you're going to have in your bicep, and the less your arms are going to get tired from keeping your hands up. And this is a very common problem I see with beginners trying to keep their hands up. They're like tensing, trying to keep them here, and it makes it so much harder when you just not resting them on your body. So that's the first thing to think about. So you've got our elbows tucked in. Why have we got our elbows tucked in? Because we're trying to guard stop any body shots from coming in. If anyone's ever been hit in the liver before, you know it is debilitating. So this right elbow, we want to keep nice and tucked in, covering our liver so we don't get that left hook to the body. Same with our front elbow, keep it nice and tucked in, left elbow. This is how we are. The same goes for our hands in terms of relaxation. We want to keep them open and relaxed like this. We don't want them tensed up like this because, again, this is going to cause fatigue. We want to keep them nice and relaxed, hands nice and open. We want to have our right hand just tucked under our right eye, or rear hand right under our rear eye, if you can call it a rear eye, and our lead hand just under our left eye. Obviously, if you're southpaw, then it's going to be the other way around. But for demonstration purposes, I'll do my normal stance. And then we want to be able to see just over our lead hand. You can vary the position of this hand. Like you'll see a lot of Soviet fighters, they tend to bring it a little bit higher like this. I know Alexander Usyk does that, but for me personally, I like to just keep it here so I can see over my left hand. However, as long as our hands are generally in front of our face or close to our face, then we're going to easily be able to position them to block shots coming forward. A lot of fighters, they keep their rear hand in front of their face like this to stop the jab coming through. But whether you prefer it there or here, then it's just down to personal preference. If you find that it's much more effective defending like this than like this, then do that. The next point I want to make is about the shape of your body. Now, you sort of want to create a concave shape. You want to curl your back in like this and round your shoulders as much as you can. And the reason for this is because it makes you a much smaller target. Like you're much more compact when you're rounded like this. See my back? Nice and rounded. Now I'm a nice small target. I'm hard to hit here. Not only does rounding my back and having this concave shape make me a much smaller target, but it also brings my shoulders a bit closer to my chin. And you'll see a lot in the likes of Mayweather. He uses the shoulder roll when he's in his Philly shell. He brings his shoulder right up here and shots will just glance over and not hit him in the face. So that's another part of our defense, another part of our shape. So having our shoulders nice and tucked in. We don't want to be like this. We don't want to be tense. We want to be relaxed and everything just sat like so. With our weight distributed properly like we talked about in the first series of lessons. Now, one of the most common mistakes I see in novice boxers is they keep their chin really high in the air like this. They'll be moving around the ring like this. And this is basically like having a sign on your head saying, "Knock me out," because that's effectively what it's doing. If you've got your chin in the air, you're so much more of a bigger target, and getting the right shape is all about making yourself as small as possible. So we want to tuck our chin, like we want to relax the muscles in our neck. So our chin is just resting on our chest here. And we're looking through our eyebrows and just over our hands. So we're nice, compact, and everything now is relaxed. I'm not wasting any energy. I'm conserving all that energy ready for my attacks. And that is how you keep a good shape in boxing. It's all well and good learning how to have proper shape, but the only way you're going to see it mirrored in your actual boxing is by drilling it over and over and over again. A mistake I kept making when I first started boxing, and a mistake I see commonly happen among new boxers is that they'll usually drop one of their hands, usually their rear hands. So this is a drill you can implement whether you're on the bag or whether you're shadow boxing, just to try and stop you from dropping that hand. And that is to simply place a glove in between your hand and your chin and just be moving around and just jabbing. If you do a few rounds of that every single day, in no time, your hand's going to start sticking to the side of your face and you won't have to worry about it as much of a problem. So that is how to build a proper guard and implement proper shape into your boxing. The more you can think about this, the tighter your defense will be and the better your boxing will become.